Okay, Conference Committee. Yesterday's sessions, what do everybody think of Lisa's keynote address?
Okay, I'll start. Nobody's starting. I thought I really enjoyed it. I like that she brought in the other directors from the other agencies. She loves coming here and really supports AGIC. So I think that's really huge. I thought it was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was great to see that other organizations within the state are starting to really realize, what GIS is capable of and the type of work that we do. So it was really great to see their support and their appreciation for the work that everybody does.
Anybody else?
Even observation. This is Seth.
Oh, go ahead.
In my observation, AGIC was formed with the intent of involvement of agency administration. And it was kind of set up that way with the appointment of the members representing various agencies. It evolved into GIS practitioners, which I think is a good thing. But behind all of that is the importance and the necessity of administrative support in various agencies. So I was pleased to see the commissioner involved, leadership in other agencies, talking about how their agency is involved with GIS and uses it, because that administrative support is absolutely essential.
Nice. Okay, let's move on to the professional development track. That's obviously one I attended. I thought that was really great. Dave Moss and Bill Johnson and Tanya did a wonderful roundtable presentation. Really hammered home a lot of things that I think we all look for in leaders and look within ourselves as leaders as well. Other thoughts on the professional development track?
I really enjoyed it. I always get a lot from them. I love that everyone has different styles and different things that they might start by emphasizing. I like that we know each other well enough that people are honest and give, a really good picture of it. I think it's valuable, and I was hoping maybe at the AGIC conference next year, maybe there could be some applied build your brand or make your LinkedIn page or whatever it is. So just keep building on it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, although, we get together to talk about techie things and to learn, keep our skills up and things like that. I think this other part of it, the professional development, is really important to, work on your networking and all those soft skills that you may not, when you first start off, have very developed or don't have the opportunity to use very much, but definitely as you go on in your career, it's the stuff that really matters in the end. You still have to be able to do your job. You have to have the tech skills, but you're always working with people, and the people part of it sometimes can be challenging. And so you need to work on being a well-rounded professional.
Yeah, I think I would add that that's also how we find opportunity, right? A lot of times opportunity doesn't happen unless we're networking and reaching out to people. And there is truth to that. It's all about who you know rather than what you know, at least to some degree. So I think it's important to support that activity. Mark Cristiano in the chat added that we should do mock interviews. So I really do like Shay's idea of building on things. And I don't disagree with mock interviews. I think that those are all helpful tips.
I think one of the other good things about those presentations too is that they talked about career development. Even if you don't want to be a manager, how do you continue to, proceed in your career, and how do you continue to grow, even if being a manager isn't something that you want to do? Because not everybody wants to be in management. So I thought that was also a really good thing to include in the professional development.
And just
I agree.
echoing what you got. Oh, go ahead, Jenna.
Nope.
Professional development doesn't need to be about becoming a manager or the boss. It's a lot of things to a lot of different people.
And what I was going to say, I echo everything you guys are saying. I think there was something for everyone in these sessions so far. So I think everybody, kind of could relate to at least one or two or more pieces of it. So I thought it was really great.
Cool. How about those that attended the natural resources track?
Oh no. Did all of us that have our video on only attend the professional development track?
Hold up. Teresa did the natural resources thing. But remember, I'm on my federal state computer, so no video. The hydrology data discussion was really great, I think. It was really informative, and I actually learned stuff I didn't even know, which I thought I knew a lot about the waterways and stuff like that. But it was well presented, and that one, as well as a lot of the other ones that I've attended so far, they seem to, and I think I pointed this out to you, Steve, kind of everything transitions really well. So this virtual setup, way to go, guys. Jenna and Jamie behind the scenes. It's been great.
Good. How did we think the virtual networking went? I thought it was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
I loved it. I met a lot of great new people.
Yep, that's what I was going to say, Shay. Yep, it was very cool. And I think
when I want to get reservations in a restaurant, I just call my good friend William Nye, and he can get me into any restaurant I want.
Oh,
So William,
you didn't mention that earlier.
Nice. Any other presentations, technical sessions that stood out to you folks?
I went to
Jen, are you not going to talk about story maps? See, Shay? Do it.
And story maps, and he was fantastic, and people already asked him to come back next year. So conference committee, take note. Joseph Kursky needs to come back next year. It's really informative, lots of great ideas. Loved it.
Yeah, what Shay said. We were moderating that session, and he was fantastic. And I see Shauna Ray saying that Mark's session about the Magnum Fire GIS work was excellent. Her emphasis, not mine, but I'm sure it was.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat, getting caught up reading the chat, which is always fun. Anything else? Any other presentation that stood out? Anybody? And thanks the rest of you for putting in your comments in the chat. It's a good way to hear from the rest of you as well. And yes, the recording is, the other nice thing about a virtual conference is we can record everything, which is much more difficult at an in-person conference, although I think we're going to feel a little pressure to try and do so at the next one. So we'll work on that. But yeah, it's so nice to know that even though you missed something you wanted to see because of a conflicting presentation or whatnot, we're going to be able to go back to the recordings and watch it all over again. So it's really fun and nice. Anything else before we move on from yesterday in terms of a recap? All right.
No, I think.
Oh.
Yep. Sorry. I just want to add my gratitude to everybody that's attended and participated. We have had incredible numbers and great discussions and great participation. I'm just really grateful to everybody who's participating and contributing to this year's event. I think, you know, given the challenge of being virtual, we've really made the most of it. I think it's pretty spectacular. So thanks.
Indeed. Okay, today's highlights. We have the LiDAR track along with all the other great offerings this afternoon. We have trivia at 3 o'clock. So get your trivia hats on, brush up on your knowledge, and come at 3 o'clock. Tonight we have our first hospitality suite at 4:30. Just want to emphasize it's an open house. Come and go as you please. Don't feel pressured into staying, you know, pop in, see who's around. If you see too many ASU people, feel free to jump back out. Not a problem. We'll have breakout rooms available. If we've got a ton of people, we can split out into breakout rooms and get to know some new people and whatnot. So this will be our first attempt at a virtual hospitality suite. So join in and help us make it successful. And lastly, our daily reminders, everything you've been hearing from us ad nauseum. Please remember to fill out the session surveys. Also, please remember to visit the sponsored breakout rooms. We've got one this afternoon. We don't have a lot of votes for maps and apps right now, so please, please, please take some time to look at the maps and apps and vote for them. Voting is open until noon tomorrow. And also keep sending in your pics of 𝐲𝐽𝐺𝐼C swag, your t-shirts and whatnot, and Jen will keep posting those to the morning or the opening slideshow, and we'll have those up on the website and all that good stuff as well. So with that, we've got about 10 minutes before the session starts. So thanks again for everybody for attending, and we will talk to you again hopefully tonight in the hospitality suite. See you at trivia, all that good stuff. So have a good time, and we'll talk to you later.